Um, if you want to record in a lower resolution like 720, I would recommend 5000 maximum bit rate and just set the enable CBR padding and use custom buffer sizes disabled. And use times 264 and use CBR. But if you're using, again, 720p, you should have 5000 for your max bitrate, and if you're using 1080p, then have 15,000. And of course, for audio, use AAC 48 KHZ, 192 bitrate, and stereo audio. Unless you are using your microphone only, in that case, you should do mono, but I record gameplay, so of course I would want to do that, and I do not want to apply changes there because I don't know what just happened. Oh, it lowered the bitrate, yeah. So anyway, now that it is set to 15,000 for 1080p, let's go over to broadcast settings. If you're just recording and not streaming, which is actually what this program was made to do, then you're going to want to do file output only, and then put your path, of course. I put it in my raw recordings folder right here, and as you can see, it's making the file for this video right now, which is kind of weird. But yeah, so it is writing to that location right there. Do not change any of this. I do not know what that is, and I would recommend you don't touch it. So just leave this as it was when you first got it. Now for the video tab. Now again, if you're recording 720p HD, then you're going to want to downscale to your full resolution, which is what would recommend you don't touch it. So just leave this as it was when you first got it. Now for the video tab. Now again, if you're recording 720p HD, then you're going to want to downscale to your full resolution, which is whatever it is, to 1280 by 720. Now, of course, I am, again, recording 1080p, so I'm not going to be downscaling. The reason why I didn't have that on in the first place was because I was playing a game that did not perform very well on my computer, although I have an i7 4770K and two GTX 760s, so it's really the game's fault at that point because I've got some pretty badass hardware. So the game wasn't running well enough, and if you really have to know, it's Advanced Warfare. Yeah, I know. So I had to downscale it to 720p and have 1/3 the bitrate just to get it so the game will run, because that uses up 100% of your CPU usage, and if you don't know, OBS uses the CPU to record, so if there's nothing left, it obviously doesn't work very well. So yeah, that's that. And of course, 60 FPS right there, and I wouldn't recommend disabling Aero unless you're really desperate for performance, but it makes you look like Windows Classic mode, and I really don't like that. So every time you go through these tabs, you have to click it Apply, or it will pop up with the thing before that you saw. Alright, audio, you really don't need to change much in here. Desktop audio default, microphone default, push-to-talk delay, you really don't need that because push-to-talk is kind of bad. Have a boost of 1. Now, that doesn't need to change, but one thing that might need to change is your mic or AUX boost, because sometimes microphones don't record very loud, so you're going to want to set that to I don't know, 2 is what I'm good with, but whatever seems to work best for you, you had to test out. And hotkeys, there's only one, and it's to start recording, and that's page down for me. It's the most convenient for me, and I don't have one for stopping the recording because I don't want to accidentally press it when gaming, because that would be kind of bad. So there's that. And last but not least, we have the advanced Now, these two other things I don't even use, so let's not even bother looking them over. So, in advanced, general, use multi-thread optimizations, of course, if you have multi-threading, if it's supported. And then there's process priority. I would leave it at normal, because if you set it like above high or idle, like either of the two, because if you think about it, your games that you're recording also take up CPU. So if all of it's going towards the OBS, then not enough of it would go towards the game and you get lag. So and vice versa if you do the opposite, like what I said about Advanced Warfare. So I would leave it at normal, and scene buffering time in milliseconds works best at 400 for me. And whoops, I just did that. I just clicked something. Disable encoding while previewing. That doesn't really change much, because previewing is a little feature I'll show you later. Allow other modifiers on hotkeys. Again, I don't really know what that does. And here's the extremely important part right here. X264 CPU preset. This might change depending upon what processor you have, but I seem to do best on very fast. Encoding profile main. Keyframe interval for the audio is, I think it's audio, is for 2 milliseconds. That is the best for me. Whoops. And use CFR. I don't really remember what that does, but I have it there. And if you really want to get fancy with things, you can have custom 264 encoder settings, which might make your video quality better or performance better, but I generally don't use any because, I don't know, I just haven't seen them to be very useful. But you can go ahead and do that if you need to. And you don't need that, because that would make it actually a lot slower. I do not remember seeing that there, but I don't see any harm in putting it on, but I don't see any harm in not putting it on, so I'm going to leave it. Audio. So force desktop audio to use video timestamps as the base for audio time. I don't know if that's useful or not either. A lot of these things I haven't seen before because OBS updated since I did my settings, but considering it still works perfectly right now, I would assume you don't really need any of these. But this is important too. Global audio sync offset 2 milliseconds. That will be the best one. And automatic low latency mode. Again, this I have not seen before. And it's only been like 2 months since I got this, so I don't know. A lot of updates. That's a good thing about OBS. And of course, these other two things don't matter. So that is that for settings, finally. And again, we have this infinite loop here. Now, as you can see, I've got what's called scenes, and you've got sources. Now, imagine this. Imagine these as folders, and in those folders are a bunch of these, which are little things that you record. So this is a folder. So gameplay plus webcam is a folder. So, for example, if I wanted to turn on my vignette that goes in front of my face cam, you see a little box appears in the top there. And over there, of course, because, yeah. Let's see what else. You've got a face cam. Hello. And you could turn that on or off in real time while you're recording, obviously, because that's what's happening right now. And I am recording at 30 FPS right now, which is kind of odd considering I thought it was supposed to be 60, but whatever. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. But 60 FPS is definitely recommended. I don't know why it's doing 30 right now. It's probably because I'm in the desktop. Yeah. So to add one of these scenes, you just got to right-click, add scene, call it scene, I don't know, and there is nothing there. So as you can, right now you see nothing because there is nothing in the scene. But what I would have to do is right-click on it, which I'm pretty sure would go in a black screen again. Let's do it for this one because you can see it. Oh, not add scene, we just did that. Oh yeah, so it opens up a blank sources window, then you go in the source. sources, you go right-click Add, and depending upon what you're using, whether it be an image or a monitor.
Kayak can't tell you if you should cut off your man bun, but Kayak's price forecast tool can tell you if you should book your flight.
And depending upon what you're using, whether it be an image or a monitor capture, which is just capturing the whole monitor, obviously. You have window capture for, like, say, Chrome or something like that, or an IDE for programming. You have text, which I haven't used. Video capture device, which is like a webcam device. And then you have game capture, which is the one that we are interested in right here. So game capture 2, I don't know. And it can detect Chrome. It works off of DirectX hooks, I'm pretty sure. But if I were to say open up Minecraft right now, that should be able to track it. There we go. Just going to move it out of the way. And, of course, I'm going to cancel this. And then do it again. Add, game capture, yes. Minecraft, and boom. As you can see, I can enable/disable it appearing on the screen. So that is that. That's how you would do that. And as you can see, it's not full screen. What I could do is I could do position or size fit the screen. Or not. What? I think it might be like stretch to screen or something like that. No. Okay. Well, that's and of course, I'm going to cancel this and then do it again. Add, game capture, yes. Minecraft, and boom. As you can see, I can enable enable/disable it appearing on the screen. So that is that. That's how you would do that. And as you can see, it's not full screen. What I could do is I could do position or size fit the screen. Or not. What? I think it might be like stretch to screen or something like that. No. Okay. Well, that's weird. I think that's a setting in the scene. I don't know. Fit to screen should have worked, though, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, this is in 720p, and I'm recording a 1080p video, so just make sure that the resolutions match up. But if I were to say take this and just go full screen, then I'm pretty sure you should only see Minecraft right now, which is kind of laggy, considering that I'm recording full screen while recording Minecraft. So let's get rid of that. So let's get rid of this game capture, too. I'm just going to delete you. So that is that, and I'm also going to delete the scene here that has nothing in it that you now can't see anything of because of that. Remove. Yes. Okay. So that is really it. Now, if you want a couple other things for recording with OBS, there is, if you press Alt, I'm pretty sure you can change the size of certain things. Again, using the Minecraft example, I guess I already have an official thing for recording Minecraft right there. MC 1.8. Play, and then what I could do is not only can I record it, but I can change the size of the thingy. So first off, you have to go into Edit Scene, And I don't know if it'll let me do this while I'm recording. Yes, it will. And now it's recording full screen, of course. But what I could do is I could just be like, yeah, 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 yeah. You can do that by just clicking on it. I'm pretty sure if you hold Alt, it's hard to see. There we go. If you hold Alt, you can also do that, make it get cut off there. And if you hold